You're watching Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
Hey, who in this room finds moving to be fun?
Oh,
Hands? Hands?
Oh, no, not so
Not
much.
seeing a few at all. But there is a way to make this whole process a little less stressful.
Steve Barton from Two Men in a Truck is here this morning because you always have those things that when you're packing never fit in a box the right way, and you don't want them to get broken on the way to wherever it is you're going. So Steve's going to show us how to make some of those things happen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's start with lamps. We've got lamps that need to be done.
Absolutely.
Tough.
Lamps can absolutely be a tough item because of box size.
Right.
When you're looking at the lampshade, obviously lamps are fragile, and so you want to go ahead and take off of the lampshade itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead and take
If
that
this
off.
was a party, it'd be on my head. You do know that.
There you go.
Look, it's a Good Day Columbus party. There we go. All right.
And so what you want to do is you always want to separate with a separate box. You want to put your lampshade in a separate box. Now, as far as like padding, there's not much that has to do with the padding of because it's by itself and it's not going to move around a whole
So
lot.
don't put anything else in there.
No,
Don't
and this
need
is
that.
fine. And the way you're going to want to mark this is use a black magic marker.
Okay.
And make sure that you put on the outside, not on the top because it could be in the load. You want to put it on the side of the box.
Oh. Yeah.
And on the side of the box, mark fragile top load. Because then when the movers are grabbing this, it's light. You don't want a lot of heavy stuff on this because
Gotcha.
it
Putting a
could
box
crush.
of books on top of this might be bad.
Right.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
So
So
there's that.
once you get the lampshade, now you have this item here. Now the thing that's tough about it is you have to modify this a little bit. We have two small boxes instead of one large box, so you can kind of
And you just
provide.
put them together.
So you kind of modify it to where you can kind of slide this up and down.
Huh.
You can have your lamp, and what we have is we have
Now it's tall enough to actually go in there.
Right.
Look at that. So
Absolutely.
even though the box wasn't right to start with.
right.
All right.
And then what you want to do is you always want to use non-printed newsprint because
Right.
it's actually transferable, and that's why we use newsprint. This is just like what newspaper is made out of.
Okay.
But when you crumble up newsprint, you don't want it to be really tight like this. You don't want to
just
do
sort of
tight. You want it to be light and fluffy because that's what's going to
Okay.
cause
And
it
you just
to.
chuck that in there?
And you want to fill this thing, and that's what, that's why you don't want to use a larger box, because if you use a larger box, then you're going to use a ton of this.
Okay.
So you want to use a couple smaller boxes.
How much of this stuff in a general house do you need boxes and newsprint?
Average home, let's say 7 to 8 rooms, you're looking around 10 boxes per room average.
Of this size?
Of this size, or, we have several size boxes. We
Right.
have small boxes, medium boxes, large boxes, and then we have some specialty boxes. Specialty boxes for like pictures.
Well,
So if you want
that gets us to this. So this is way too big
Right.
to put in a regular box.
Absolutely large. So here's what we have. Very kind of cool here. So you have your average pictures, that you can fit in smaller boxes. But if you look at this here is
too
a
wide.
quarter
Yeah.
of a box. This is
Right.
only a quarter of a box.
Ah.
So what you can do is you go ahead
Oh, and that's adjustable.
and you can adjust it. So if you have some larger pictures or smaller pictures, you can go ahead and adjust that accordingly. If Marshall, if you want to pick that up there.
Put that
Are these
right in there.
industry secrets? Are you going to get in trouble for this?
Oh, absolutely not. And then see, if Sean, if you go ahead
Sure.
and help me push.
Push it together
Yeah,
now?
we can go ahead and push that together. Oh, we're catching on something here.
Oh, yeah, we are.
There we go.
And if you push that together, what you've done is you've adjusted that box to the size of the picture.
So
now,
now
if this
it's
was
protected.
larger, if it was larger, you could go as far out as this, or even further for the larger pictures. And this, you put 2 more of these on top. Go ahead and tape it up. But you want to use some bubble wrap on pictures.
So that it's protected.
And then you can also take some of this paper and you can go ahead and jam that around it as well.
Real quick, we're running out of time.
Sure.
Basic things like glasses and dishware. We don't want those to get broken on the way.
Right. We got specialty box that's called a dish pack. A dish pack has cell kits. Let's see if I can get a close-up of this.
Oh, hello.
What you have here is you have these cell kits. And it's a dish pack, and dishes are heavier, so you got a 2-ply corrugated cardboard. You go ahead and take your stemware. Of course, what you want to do is you want to fill the void. So what you do is you pack inside of that cup with packing paper.
So you just use some of
Okay.
this,
Yep.
pack inside. So just put that right in there.
You want to fill the void because that's what causes that to be fragile. Go ahead and do that, and then you can go ahead and you can lay those flat in there, and go ahead and
great
they have their
ideas.
own little areas there.
So
and you can do
interesting.
layers, and there's layers and layers inside this box.
Steve, thank you so much. Great information.
Absolutely.
If you're moving, and a
Yep.
lot of folks are this time of the year. Sorry.
I'll
There you
keep
go.
this one out.
There you go.
Right.
That's much more like it.
Great.
There we go. Thank you so much.